What's going on YouTube? Dustwind back at you. Today I'm going to be showcasing my 6 Samurai deck. I'm a huge fan of the archetype. I'm also a huge fan of just warriors in general. I feel like, with Stellar Knights and, Shaddolls and everything, I feel like this deck is a little bit underrated. Might not have the support, it needs. But it's definitely a fun deck to play. I feel like it's definitely underrated. It can get past almost any deck except for Burning Abysses. That's the only drawback this deck seems to have with the Burning Abysses card effects from the grave and everything. But other than Burning Abysses, this deck can mainly almost get around any other deck, which is why I feel like it's one of those underrated type of decks. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Also, I don't have a side deck built for this deck just yet because I just finished it. Finished remaking it. So, you can add a side deck as you see fit and cards that, you would want to add to a side deck. So, just throwing that out there. Alright, let's get into this. First off, we have 3 Kaizens. What this guy does is you can special summon him from your hand if you control another 6 samurai on the field other than him. Also, if you control 2 other 6 samurais with different names, he gains an extra 300 attack. So then he'll be a 2100. So good for wicked easy getting him out. Next, we have 2 Kazumushas. The tuner of the deck, I feel like... I feel like 2... is good in this deck. I tried out 3, and 3 seemed to clog a little bit too much for me. But I feel like 2 is the right number, but you could try 3, but 2 seems to work just fine for me. Next is one hand. The reason why I want to run one hand is because if you have a monster that your opponent has and you can't get over it or something, you can tribute 1 6 samurai monster you control to target 1 monster on the field and destroy it. So that's why I have 1 of these. And then also you can just tribute himself to pop a monster on the field. So wicked good for that. Next is 2 elders. Reason why 2 elders is because you can special summon this card from your hand if you control no monsters and your opponent does control a monster. Mainly because you can easily special summon this card out and then go into some synchro plays, or easily go into your Shein or something. So yeah, 2 of these. You could side out or drop 1 and replace it, but I feel like 2 seems to be just fine. Next is 2 Zanjis. Basically what this guy does is if you control another 6 samurai monster other than him at the start, or if this card battles a monster, destroy it. So this is why I love this guy, because he can just, if you control another 6 samurai, he can just get over your opponent's monsters. So 2 of these, 2 Sanjis. Next is 2 Inishis. Basically what this guy does is if you can during either player's turn, you can banish 2 6 samurais from your graveyard and to return 1 card on the field to the hand. Also have to control another 6 samurai other than this guy. Also, if you control 2 other 6 samurais, this card gains an extra 500 attack. So, next is Kagi. Another easy way to get out your Shein is to normal summon this guy, because when he's normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower 6 samurai monster from your hand. So if you have Kazumusha, then you normal summon him, special summon Kazumusha, and then boom, you have your Shein on the field. Also, if you control another 6 samurai, he gains an additional 1500 attack. So Yeah. And then last for the monsters is one Grandmaster. Only run one because, I mean, you don't really have too much use of Grandmaster. Other than if you can, special get him out on the field. Because you can special summon him if you control another 6 Samurai. But yeah, I just run one Grandmaster. That's it for the monsters. There are 15 total monsters. Now onto the spells. 3 6 Samurai United because 6 Samurais have an amazing draw engine from this card and everything. When a 6 Samurai is normal or special summon, place a counter on him. You can only have 2 counters on this card. Then you can send this card with two or 1 counters, either or, to draw either 1 or 2 cards. Next is 2 Shein Smoke Signal. What this card does is it lets you search out a level 3 or lower 6 Samurai, so your Cosmusha or anything. Especially 2 of these with 3 Rotas. With 3 Rotas, definitely helps out this deck. To search out your 6 Samurais and, any other level 4. So, yeah. Next we have 2 Shin's Dojos. This was the card I was talking about that you can. This is why I run 2 Cosmushas, because you can just easily special summon him if you need it. This card is whenever one is a 6 Samurai is normal or special summon, place 1 counter on him on this card. And you can send this card to the graveyard to special summon from your graveyard a 6 Samurai monster with equal or less counters that was on this card. So 2 of those, or you could run 3. I prefer 2. But yeah, Shin's Castle Mist. I have this because this can be the one of the cards that can win you duels, because some people don't realize when they attack you, if this card's on the field, that if you have a 6 Samurai on the field, it's going to gain 500 attack when they during damage calculation when the 6 Samurai is attacked. So this can be a potential game changer. I run 1, but you can always take this out and add another Shin's Dojo. But yeah, one Shin's Castle Mist. Next, 2 of these Acticism or whatever of the 6 Samurai. Yeah, sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing it. But what this card does is if you attack or your opponent attacks or whatever, you can target the 6 Samurai monster that's being attacked or is attacking, and then special summon from your deck another 6 Samurai with a different name with less attack than the targeted one. But it gets destroyed during the end phase. So you can use this card to go into attack and then go into main phase and synchro or XYZ or something like that. Just make sure you use that monster before the end phase, otherwise it gets destroyed. And 1 Snatch Steal and 1 Soul Charge. And since this is running off the January ban list, Snatch Steal is at 1. So yeah. That's it for the spells. 15 total spells. Onto the traps. 2 Musakanis. Basically what this card does, if a spell, effect, or any type of effect, whether it's monster, spell, or trap, targets a 6 Samurai monster, you can use this, negate the activation, and destroy that spell, trap, or monster. Next is 2 double sword techniques. What this card does is it allows you to special summon 2 6 Samurai monsters from your graveyard, and but they get destroyed during the end phase, so allows you to go into a XYZ or synchro play. Next we have 2 Fiendish Chains, 1 Return of the 6, 1 Bottomless, 1 Rivalry, and 1 Compulse. And that sums up the traps. There's a total of 10 total traps to make it an even 40 card deck. Now on to the extra deck. One Naturia, Landois, and Barkion. The only reason why I'm running one of each is because I don't have a second Barkion. If you have two Barkions, I would recommend running two Barkions and maybe taking Landois out and replacing it or siding it or something. But yeah, if you have two, I would definitely do that. Run two Barkions. I don't have a second one, so that's why I only have one. Running one in this deck, so but yeah, I definitely would run two if you have it. Next is Xian, which is the 6 Samurai, which is a level 5, which is probably the easiest synchro to get out. But if you can manage to keep this card out as long as you possibly can, because during either player's turn when a spell or trap is activated, you can negate the activation, and if this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another 6 Samurai you control. So as long as you can keep this card out on the field, as long as you can with Barkion or something, you can just pretty much shut your opponent down almost. Next is Colossal Fighter. Since this is almost an all-warrior deck, Colossal Fighter will feed off this deck because it gains an extra 100 attack for each warrior in the graveyard, and also when it's destroyed by battle. And since at the graveyard, you can either special summon him back or your Xian back. Since they're both warriors, you can special summon either one of them back. Next is the Black Rose. Basically, if you need it to nuke the field or something like that. Then Dark Strike Fighter, with Dark Strike Fighter being at 1 now with the ban list. Wicked good card because once per turn you can also tribute himself and inflict damage to your opponent, but once per turn you can tribute one monster you control and inflict damage to your opponent times 200 of that level. So you can also, if you're about to close in on a victory or something, win, you can tribute this guy and deal, 14 or 1600 damage to your opponent. So yeah, next, one Stardust Dragon, one Crimson Blader, and one Driven Daredevil. I love Crimson and Driven, but Driven is one of my most favorite synchros because if your opponent doesn't read its effect and attacks into this guy right here, his card gets destroyed if it has a higher attack, of course. But if battles a higher attack monster, of course it has to be if your opponent attacks into him, it gets destroyed. So wicked, I love this guy, wicked good card. And Crimson Blader is also another good synchro. That's all the synchros of the deck. There's a total of 10 synchros in this deck, I believe. So yeah, just move those right there. Now for the XYZs. One Car Gorgon, one Blade Armor Ninja, one Shadow Samurai, one Heroic, one Wind Up, and one Cosmic Hero. Those are the 5 XYZs I have in this deck. You could also take out, Wind Up, and replace it with a Dark Rebellion, or another generic rank 4, 101, something like that. But only reason why I have this guy is because, if you have a bad opening hand or something and you could get him out on the field with, Spirit or another 2 other level 3s, he can protect you for a good while, because if it would be destroyed, you can just detach an XYZ from him, and then at the end phase, you can just pop a card and you monster spell trap. So it can protect you until you can get a good opening or good play going. But yeah, if not, you can take him out and replace him with a 101 Dark Rebellion or something like that. So yeah, that's my 6 Samurai deck. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Dustwin out.